I think the big question is this. Do you...
I'm terrified what's about to come out of your mouth.
Do you prefer a cyborg or an iRobot?
Well, that's a bit, yeah, that's a tough question. It is a battle of the machines. A meeting of the minds. Maybe their AI, as the cyborg takes on iRobot. That front ball break from Kristoff was crazy. Watch the bottom red. Straight into the corner pocket.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, which doesn't happen all that often at all.
Certainly doesn't.
And the split's a bit bonkers, really. Almost all the colours have completely separated from the other, as if they're repelled by forces. Kristoff's going to go reds, which means he has one to just sort of figure out. It does go top left corner pocket. No surprise, seems sort of chase the reds by the 8-ball to get them out the way early if he can. He wants to be really straight. Or does he? Is he going to give it a nudge? He is. I thought he could get away with not nudging them, but he's decided he couldn't. And I wonder if he's nudged it slightly too open. All of a sudden you look at these reds and you think, well, they're a little tricky. Bit of work to do here for the French phenom.
Extension core.
Does have his extension. He can make that red to the top right, won by the 8-ball, but he has to be quite close to the side rail. The 8-ball's, oh, well, we're not going to get that far.
Ooh, moved an awful lot on that shot there, did Kristoff. Really did. A sort of sideways shunt.
It always looks worse when Kristoff misses because of, we spoke about this on the first day, because he has that sort of jitter to his stroke. Yeah. It always tends to look quite jarring when he misses. He comes off the shot quite quickly. But, Kristoff's not so either in the zone or out of the zone that he's actually gone and sat in Aaron's chair as well.
It'd be funny if he went back to his hotel tonight, Aaron, and found him in his room.
You can't miss that Christophe Lambert break cue. And you know he's made it because that's his own break cue. He breaks with the Christophe Lambert break cue. Aaron's not going to mess about with this.
Yeah, just a little dribbly one into the centre next, I think.
On the red. Aaron with his trusty gaffer tape on his right trouser pocket. That's been a bit of a feature of his this year. Speaking to him about this pre-match, it's almost become superstition. When he's in the arena and he's got to tuck his shirt in, his trouser pocket actually gets in the way of his natural cue action, so he has to tape it shut. And he did that to great success in winning his first ever Pro Series title. So I put it to him that it might be part of the package now. Pool players do tend to be quite a superstitious bunch.
Yeah, they do.
He's taken these yellows out nicely from where he started. The 8-ball, though, for frame one is in the category you'd call a tester.
Nicely done, Aaron Davies.
Very nice.
Fine.
Has to wrestle Kristoff out of his chair. Take your cue with you. Au revoir. Bon voyage.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Kristoff I think he feels he needs to just reset for a second. Because I think his head's been a bit scrambled by that first frame. I think he's just lost himself a little. And the one thing you do get in these long races is you get the opportunity to recover. It was a bad frame from Kristoff on a couple of counts, really. To break off in frame 2.
Oh, I was convinced one of those balls would have stopped that cue ball going in from Aaron, but nope.
Yeah, that's tough.
You see it sailing up there and you think, well, one of them's going to stop it, because you can see the other balls come in, and no such luck for Aaron.
I think if Aaron's honest with himself, though, he has scratched straight into the corner pocket. And yeah, he's probably thinking, well, of course, nothing's blocked it.
No, yeah.
But yeah, he has straight scratch there. It was a disappointing break.
Here comes 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Lambert.
Yeah, he's just trying to G himself up.
He's at his most dangerous when he's doing this. Well, when he set off with these yellows, I thought he was going to bang these in 100 miles an hour, and he suddenly just sort of stopped in his tracks a bit. Now back with the pace.
Yeah. Just trying to G himself up into a rhythm. I think he annoyed himself, Kristoff, with how he started that frame. And I think it shows a great deal of almost maturity, really. As Kristoff floats in the 8-ball. He's been around a long time. He said that in his interview earlier with us. He's no longer a young player. And he stopped short of calling himself an old player, which I respected. And I suggested maybe experienced was the word he was looking for. And he said, yes, I have lots of experience. And part of that package is knowing that if you have a bit of a brain fade and a bit of a meltdown in frame 1, no one's stopping you, just exiting the arena for a couple of minutes and just screwing your head back on. And that's exactly what he's done there. He's got to look after number 1 and comes back, G's himself up, get yourself sorted out, get a finish on the board, settle. You're in the quarter-final, you're 1-0 down, don't panic. And he's... does he look panicked? No. One for Aaron, one for Kristoff. One each.
𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.
Pre-break routine will never change. Well, the French phenom. Oh, that was it was feeling. Mishit it. Almost jumped this off the table. There's a bit of French fire in Kristoff's belly still after that first frame. Shocked if he doesn't go centre here, and indeed that is the call. That's nice. These three don't really link up super nicely when you factor in the 8
Do you know
ball.
what? I like playing the long yellow into the top right, roll it forward, play the yellow along the top rail, and just leave myself with that slight angle on the yellow that's next to the black, and you just run it in naturally and come back behind it.
Just accept distance for your final yellow and use the natural. Yeah, I think that's how I'd see it.
Well, I
too.
don't want to be coming anywhere near these reds. There's a great big, well, not a big load of traffic, but enough to cause a problem. It's okay.
It's a lovely line there. I think Kristoff's thinking, if I leave the cue ball sort of anywhere between where the white is and the yellow to the right of the table is now, then he's got a shot the 8 ball that he fancies.
Right, so he leaves himself this angle on this large yellow. He doesn't want to come straight down the table because he could end up with a really thin cut, so he's got to navigate through some reds.
Or does he go down the other side and just navigate with the 1 red, maybe play slightly short position, play it with a little bit of right?
Danger with that is if he takes it too early, clips that red at the top of the table.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, it is the left. Watch the reds. Yeah, you called it. You called it early.
My gift to you, J-Mo.
I don't think Kristoff's enjoying your gift.
No.
He is livid.
Just never liked that way round it. I know it was awkward going the other way, but you were always guaranteed to see the ball.
Good hit.
He's hit it.
Yeah, no foul. How's the leave? Well, pretty irrelevant, really. Aaron's
Very
got-
easy safety.
Well, he doesn't even have to play a safety.
No, you don't. That was my initial look before the replay came up. Just saw direct blockage with the red and the 8 ball.
It's a lovely shot from Aaron. Nice touch.
So, Aaron Davies, formality finish here to go 2-1 in front.
Well, Aaron's probably thinking, all I have to do is mop up Kristoff's mistakes. This will be quite an easy quarter-final. He's done so far. You have to imagine that the real Christophe Lambert will stand up at some point. He's had 3 first visit chances. He has messed 2 of them up. But I suppose if you're going to do that, do it early. Better happening at 1-1 and 0-0 than 10-all, for example.
Simple 8-ball now for Aaron. Down he goes.
Contrasting emotions right now for these two.
I think they both look joyous. Another look at this from Kristoff.
That red played huge with that shot. It was like trying to get either side of a beach ball in the middle of the table.
Yeah. Still shaking his head about it now. It's as though he's just watched that from his seat as you replayed it.
He hasn't, but it is like he has. I mean, that is a picture paints 1,000 words.
Frame 4. Davies break. 2 frames to 1.
This time makes a break and keeps his cue ball up.
Station call.
Oh,
One hand.
unlucky there for Aaron Davies.
One man.
Played the attacking shot to split them open, but he didn't legislate for that cue ball going in the centre. So ball in hand for Christophe Lambert.
And this is, as I say, it's just where he's got to keep himself together. It's still super, super early. Don't allow yourself to be too rattled. Because he's rattled right now.
He is. I mean, this is great for Kristoff just to have ball in hand here, because Reds are really nice, except for that awkward one that he's managed to just plonk the cue ball behind now and get rid of. Rightly so, get rid of that one at the top. All the work left to do is in the bottom half of the table then for Kristoff. Yeah, nothing to do, just make sure of that pot, leave himself the long red into the bottom right. The thing with this shot, you do not want to go too far down the table for your next one, which will be the red that's below the black into the left-hand centre. You want to be able to roll that in and either go straight or towards the 2 reds at the bottom. And he's gone too far. He tried to dig on it, and The way he hit it on the bottom of the cue ball. It sort of stopped and then it rolls forward. I'm wondering if he could play the red off the black ball and take the red into the left-hand centre, push the cue ball through, and he would be on those two balls. He's going to try and force an angle into the middle. Oh, he's played that well. But is he going to be behind the yellow? He is. He might be able to just nick past. There's a lot of head shaking going on out there at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a slight bend round. Makeable.
Not quite.
Aaron opting for the safety, and he left them stuck out here. I'd suggest that Kristoff might now just play half ball off the red that he can see. Sort of in the middle of that bottom rail. Try and get the cue ball behind the other red. Very gentle shot. And just caught it a little bit skinny. Come around the other side of it. This time, Aaron gets a better safety shot. Thin edge of the red stuck out bottom right. I don't think he will want to play that because he plays that thin. He clips it away from those two yellows, and he could also go in off it. And that is going to be ball in hand for Aaron Davies. I think Aaron's looking at this plant. Shouldn't be a problem to him. It's not completely dead straight, but it's you sort of play this slightly left of the first ball, just left of the centre of the first ball here. This really is frame ball for Aaron. In it goes. He's absolutely plumb. So, looking very much like he's going to get a two-frame cushion here, Aaron. Against a little bit of a perturbed Christophe Lambert. That's not a happy camper right there. This match is It's not flying along either. It's going to be over 20 minutes for his full frame, so he might not see all 13 of this first session.
Very possible. It's slightly two ways, really. Aaron's had sort of quite knock-in finishes, but he will always play at his pace. He'll never be rushed, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not like he's going particularly slowly. He's just probably not going as quickly as others. And Kristoff's had a lot of table time, has struggled out there, and he's just using up match clock in doing that. There's so many of our matches so far, we've seen a lot of the match clock used, but sorry, a lot of the match clock left over, but because we're watching dish after dish after dish and really high quality stuff, Kristoff struggled, and you can see by the way he's slumped in his chair.
Very disgruntled.
Oh, I think disgruntled is putting it mildly.
But it's a bit strange because it's almost like he set off like that from the outset. Before it's like he started after the lag.
25. Christophe Lambert break. 23 frames to 1.
So can Christophe Lambert put things right? A big break and a few balls going in, and that might just do so. Well, he's going to get a chance, and that's not a bad split at all for the Frenchman. Another look. Nice explosion from the pack on Kristoff's break. Certainly yellows are going to be the chosen colour. That's an absolute stone waller.
Again, it's Christophe Lambert with the early chance in the frame. He cannot grumble for opportunity.
Bit of a tester here, though, because he's got to play this long yellow into the bottom left.
I think every shot he's playing at the moment is a tester.
But he's got to dig the cue ball in cannon into the yellow that's in the middle of the three of them there. Just if he hits it full in the face and pushes it past the other yellow, he's perfect. Yep, happy with that.
That's a lovely shot. It's the sort of shot that should build confidence because it's so well executed.
Yeah, you had to cue it properly.
It was a bit of a tester.
With this, you'd think we might settle him a little bit.
You'd hope so. Lovely out this from Kristoff. Very nice. The shot that he played there was excellent. 3-2. And I tell you what, if you said to Kristoff, you're going to make 3 kind of glaring errors early on here, in this quarter-final and you offered him 3-2, he'd have snapped your hand off.
It's been a long day for those players, finishing off the evening.
Yeah, and I think there's a bit of that. It has been a long day. You've got to play long matches here, and it's probably just a little bit tiring. It could probably just do with a little drink, nightcap, off to bed they go, back again in the morning, plenty more.
Leaving 3 frames to 2.
I think they were both in the 9 AM session earlier on this morning. Long day.
Super break there from Aaron.
Extension called. Yellow ball's in play.
Just a nice roll down the rail here for Aaron. There's yellow. Left himself a bit more of a tricky shot now. It's going to have to be the yellow into the right-hand centre. Not sure. I mean, you've got to really just roll this in, but it's still not going to be easy after that. But this is not a gimme at all. He's made it. Got himself into decent position again now. Yellow up into the top right corner. Just drag the cue ball down a bit. Don't know whether he has to go to the rail or not. At the angle we could just screw down a little bit. He went to the red, and that's fine.
Yep.
Straight screw back here. Yellow and black going in the same pocket.
Need now a fraction of angle just to make it super nice. Aaron, for his part, has just been solid. don't think he's really done a huge amount wrong. He's polished up. I think this is the first frame that he's really sort of had.
Is Aaron anything else? I mean, he's the most solid player, if you want to put that word into use that way on the tour, I think, because he's always in the quarterfinals.
Yeah,
he's won a tour event. He's broke that duck this year when he won at Wigan.
He's got a great habit of being pretty consistent. I think sometimes it will frustrate him that he gets sometimes beaten by players who he would probably think that he's better than. But the nature of this Pro Tour is there's so many players who, when they play at their top level, can beat anybody. But what I like about Aaron is his A game's up there, as anyone's is on this tour.
Cracking player, absolutely cracking player.
With anyone's, but his B and C game is strong. It means he's tough to beat.
Yeah, there's a few players around when I was playing like that, and he reminds me of them. He's one of those players you draw him, you think, oh, I'm in for a right battle here, and I'm going to have to really be on my game. Some of the other players like Mavericks that, you know, sometimes they turn up and they're unbelievable, and sometimes they turn up and they're all over the place.
And Aaron will have that reputation, I guarantee it. That's a brilliant break from Kristoff. Aaron will 100% have that reputation. The likes of someone like Phil has that reputation. Players who, you know, if you're running into them, especially on not a main arena table under match shot clock conditions, you know you're going to have to peel them off that table because they're dogged, they stick in, they're tough to beat. They're not going to give you anything.
He is a real battler. You know, if somebody said you're going to have to sit here till 3 in the morning to win this match, he'd sit there quite happily.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I would.
Simon Webb wouldn't.
Oh no, he would.
You think so?
Yeah, he's a glutton for punishment. Oh, shaved it. Well, I'm almost certain he was after the 2 yellows, but actually, that shot's worked out so well, that might have been what he played. Having a look at that one. I think he's played a brilliant shot there.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah, so that probably tells me that he wanted the cannon on those 2 yellows initially. This was it. I mean, if you played that, you look like a genius, don't you? But the reason I thought initially he may not have is because you could leave those 2 yellows, pop one, pop the other open. But the fact that he's then cannoned straight into them tells me that no, he wanted to do that the whole time. So there we go, question answered.
You just answered your own question, really, I think.
I didn't say who asked the question. I just said the question was answered.
Well, Kristoff is about to answer a question here.
Yeah, and these are his...
would have been, are you going to have a response? And the answer is yes, he is.
Yeah, he's fine. Played that nicely, controlled it.
We're back into 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Lambert.
This is a good finish from Kristoff, and his last 2 visits have been good finishes. And I think he just needs to focus on that. He started the match horribly, but it's not cost him. Focus on the positives. 2 good frames. I think he tried to leave the arena. He is going to leave the arena, so too is Aaron. Okay, so 4-4, a little bit of time left on the match clock. Do you prefer Chinese or Indian, Tony?
I'm going to say Chinese.
Really? Surprised me a little bit there.
I think.
You think?
I like them both.
Yeah, I do. I mean, we all like them both, yeah. We're men of culture.
Well, there you go.
But you're putting Chinese above Indian in the league table. Our director right now is in our ear, and he's
he said
livid.
it's about cool. No, I disagree. No, I do like Chinese food. It's great.
What's your sort of go-to Chinese order?
Singapore chow mein.
Okay. That you answered that before I even got the question out of my mouth.
With a portion of curry sauce.
Okay.
Right.
All right. I was just intrigued. Just intrigued. Yeah, you can tell by my tone of...
Prawn crackers.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's December, it's Christmas crackers.
Well, why not both? I don't discriminate, personally.
No, there you go.
You can sort of tell by the tone of my outrage that I'm very much a pro-Indian man.
Oh, don't get me wrong. You lead, I'll follow. Let's go.
I'll hold you to that.
No argy-bargy for you, just onion-bargy.
Oh, no, again. Don't discriminate, both. It's currently 10:30 in Players Pool and Snooker Lounge, and we are currently awaiting the return of Aaron Davies and Christophe Lambert. Don't worry, you're not going mental.
But we are.
But I think me and Tony might be running out of things to talk about at this point. We spent an awful lot of time in each other's company today, so he is, as ever,
You say it like it's a bad thing.
the biggest trooper I know. That's a whole lot of me to put up with for a day. And we both had to put up with Simon Webb, so I think really we deserve the medal.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
That's been the real downer.
Davies to break.
yeah.
Leave 4 frames to 3.
Aaron Davies and Christophe Lambert have returned, and it's Aaron to break off. Frame 8 of the session. We'll play a total of 13 if we get there before the night is through. Oh, great break. That's the break he's looking for. That's a belter. That is a belter. These might not last long. Can't really hit these much better, I think, if you're Aaron Davies. Cue ball perfect, loads of power. Really, really nice split. It's dreamland really for the Cyborg. Not that a Cyborg can have dreams, he's a machine.
Thank you for adding that bit.
Oh, Aaron!
Handball. Was it a feather of the cue ball?
That was like 𝗍𝗍𝗍's hand last night. Have another watch of this.
Oh, it's a feather.
Oh, that makes... Do you know what? Seeing a player as good as Aaron, a Pro Series champion, a man who's absolutely at the top of the game, show that he can do that.
That's your speciality.
Oh,
isn't it?
we've all been there, haven't we? Oh dear, bless him. It's really not nice that for Aaron, but I say we've all been there. Simon Webb shaking his head over in the green room. Tony snarled at me. I've just heard in my ear that finally I've now got a shot that I can relate to played by an ultimate pool player, and I personally find that to be very hurtful yet truthful. Kristoff isn't going to hang about here, and goodness me, the start that Kristoff had, and he's about to go 4-4.
Unbelievable.
This is manna from heaven, really. Let's have another look at my special shot. Aaron won't ever want to see this again. But I've been asked to talk through the technique of this one. And what happens here is you're just a little bit tentative on the shot. And you know it's quite nippy. You know you don't want to play it hard, but you know you want to play it with enough force to rip the cue ball. And you end up being jabby towards it, but second-guessing yourself. And you do something stupid like that and all your mates laugh at you. That's my experience. I wouldn't have called a foul.
I saw you with that Riley cue the other day when you pulled out of his case. And then
Case?
Well, excuse for a case.
Oh, no, come on.
Then you grip the cue like a dying man's handshake and try to cut that ball in the middle pocket. I do remember that bit, which was probably the highlight of my day yesterday, to be fair.
I won't have a word said against that cue.
It's a classic.
Quite literally. It's a vintage.
Looking at it, I wondered if the actual shaft of the cue was different to the other half of it, because it did look like it
does a
didn't
bit,
quite
yeah,
match.
yeah, no, it does. But I think that's just because it's been in storage in 2 pieces for such a long time, over 30 odd years.
Different rooms.
Yeah.
So Christophe Lambert with a nice open table here. Reds look very pleasant.
Red balls in black.
This is... I mean, you don't want to talk too soon, but Kristoff has a slightly different air about him now. Almost looks settled. He probably still wants to just get out of there and forget tonight ever happened and just go again in the morning. But he's starting to just play a bit.
I think he's tired. I really do. I think it's not just the pull. I think he started off this match a bit jaded. Like you said, they both had long days. I think Aaron's dealt with his day better. As in, he looks a lot calmer. And Kristoff is just tired and wants to go to bed.
Oh, we're all tired and want to go to bed, sir.
I'm fine. I'll stay up all night.
Yeah. Yeah, you're built different. These two have engine oil running through their blood. Running through their veins, even. I'm not sure what you have. Singapore chow man.
No.
Chance would be a fine thing. Yeah, he's back to full sharpness. He's looking confident. He's swinging the cue ball around. Fantastic stuff from Kristoff. Back in the game. Right back in the game. And I won't sort of ignore this point because it's even more pertinent now. But Kristoff, with his start, leads after 9 frames. just hearing there's an issue with the timing system out there. It just ran flawlessly for almost 2 full days. And now at the bitter end of day 2, we just have a delay. It looks like that has been fixed. Referee Dean gets us back underway. Frame 10 of this one. We have 4 more to come, including this, in our final 15 minutes of this match, or this session, I should say. Belting break.
Great break.
I need to back it up, Aaron. He's had to sort of contend with scraps a little bit in this match, but the last time he tried to cue a ball, he completely fluffed it. So it's almost like roles reversed. Kristoff at the start of the match, Aaron now. Aaron's got to work hard on just keeping steady and sensible and just getting his feet back under him. Yep, nothing wrong with that.
He wants to come over and play that one down the rail next. Get rid of that red.
Is he just a little bit sort of unsettled?
Slightly.
He came off that shot, and I just wonder if he was almost a bit yippish.
He didn't want to be straight on it. He wanted a bit more angle so he could bring the kibble into the middle of the table, but now he's got to come. Well, he's left it then playing a longer red. I'd have preferred to still come back up the table a bit. Aaron just settling for position here. But you're right, JMO. He's definitely looking now the least calm out of the pair of them. That's not good.
Ideal, wanted to be shy of there.
Got a tough shot coming up next now for Aaron. Cut into the middle very slowly. Made the pot very well indeed. That's a very good shot there, recovery shot from Aaron Davies.
It's an excellent pot. Very good recovery.
Yeah, delicately done there by Aaron Davies. Runs this into the middle. Has a bit of an angle. I think he can run the cue ball down for the 8 into the same pocket. Nicely done.
It's been a strange old game, this. Both players have made errors that they won't believe they've made. And after 10 frames, we're level. And we've still seen some good pull. We've seen some very bad pull as well. And even with all this in mind, they may yet still lift the trophy. Right there. Claim the title of of Ultimate Pool Master 2025. It's a good list of players who've won this title. Phil Harrison, Scott Gillespie, Chris Melling,
5 frames off.
and one of Ian Alley, Phil Harrison, Chris Melling, Craig Waddingham, Christophe Lambert, Aaron Davies.
Both these players' breaks are now sort of appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, they have. And just before anyone tells me off, Sean Story and John McAllister are also in the quarterfinals. It could be one of those two as well. Don't want to leave them out. But yeah, both players' breaks have turned up in a pretty major way. Kristoff's looking to see if he can play this yellow off the red by the centre pocket, because that would free up the yellow that's just below the left centre pocket, which currently is a little homeless.
Well spotted, Captain Feathers. How's he got through that gap? That is very unlucky there, Kristoff, and he cannot believe it.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. That's amazing. He could be there a little while and not do that again if he played that shot over and over. That's some line to find. Lost a turn, hide the white. Oh, he's cut it in.
Oh, look how messy he's made those yellows now, though.
There's
some arm waving and gesturing going on now.
yeah, but yellows are still in front, I think. There's still 5 on the table. There's 5 reds. Yellows are all in front of reds at the bottom of the table. He's got an advantage here, I think, if he pulls back. And he could even play a lost turn in doing so. Don't know if he did. He's quite a way off it, so he may not have played it, just moved his yellow up to a better position at the top of the table. Still got 3 frames to fit in this session. 9 minutes just coming up on the session clock. Aaron would have loved them to have turned into a plan. Would have loved it. Because right now, if Kristoff can do something with that yellow by the left centre, every yellow has a pocket and the 8 ball goes. So can he do something clever with this yellow and the red by the centre pocket and get the cue ball hidden? Can't hide the cue ball. But what's he left? Not loads. The red directly under the cue ball is awkward, doesn't go to its sort of natural pockets. One red wide open, there's 2 that don't go anywhere.
What about red into the side rail and back into the other 2? Which is going to dribble this over the... Okay, don't mind that. He's put up a red fence around those 2 yellows.
Does that yellow thread the needle?
No. It would have to shrink somewhat.
I'm not sure. No, you're right. Just a little sneak preview here. Yeah, it doesn't go.
What it could possibly do now then, there's a shot you can play when you've got 2 balls like that and they're level, so the 2 reds are level.
Squeeze them.
You play into them so it hits them both at the same time and point of contact. The yellow ball will then follow through in a forward motion and then still go into the pocket.
I think that's what Kristoff's looking at.
It's like a parting of the wave shot, if you like.
Yeah, he's potted a yellow, which suggests to me that he's going to try something adventurous here. Just goes lost a turn, wants that to drop, doesn't.
plays the loss of turn.
It's a good shot, but he's relying on Aaron not getting this because he has left them on. It's a very tough shot, but Reds are essentially all there. Essentially just sort of laid down the gauntlet here. Or did that just turn? Or am I imagining things?
I think you're imagining things.
Okay. Might have blinked at the wrong moment. I was thinking
A few
before that,
thumbprints on
Mr.
there and
Director.
fingerprints, so. Could have gone through a finger mark. Lovely cut shot there from Kristoff and a nice bump. And that should unlock this frame for the Frenchman. Chest out. He can see light at the end of the tunnel in this frame.
It's a big gamble that from Kristoff, you know. Sort of laid the marker down for Aaron and said, I'm betting against you here. And well, it's paid off. I also don't think we're going to get all the frames in.
I said that 45 minutes ago.
That's a lovely shot from Kristoff. Judged that really well. He's just going away from his work here. If you're being super picky, it's gone a roll too far. How well can he nip this? This will go right in the side of the pocket, will it? No, it goes heart. He's happy enough. Didn't want to take any chances.
An edgy one at this stage of the match and time of the evening.
Just make sure.
My word, he moved off that as he struck it. Got the ace in the pocket, but he was as he struck that, he was stood upright, just as the cue ball hit the 8 ball.
Yeah, jumpy. But that's why I think his misses tend to look worse, because he's straight off the shot like that. And it's all that sort of adrenaline and all the rest of it that's just supercharging him. And he's just pleased to let go of it. No? You're giggling at me.
I'm not giggling at you. I'm smiling at you.
Oh, my
There's
apologies.
a big difference. Because you look quite animated when you're waving your arms about, and there's some sort of, I don't know, tribal dance as well.
Oh, I just wait. I want to be understood. So this frame must end before 3 minutes and 22 seconds. And if it does, we'll play all the frames tonight. If not, they will finish one short.
Then we're playing 13.
Well, this is frame 12.
Of course. No, you said get this frame in. Oh, yeah, so I'm with
Yep.
you now, because it plays to a conclusion. To
Yeah.
the frame starts.
You just
I'll just go and sit over there.
Two minutes and 15. And I'm not 100% sure this is a 2 minute and 15 layout. Oh, my apologies. 2:35. That's gone quicker than I thought.
It's great to have the speaking clock in here with me.
Just wait until I do the shipping forecast.
I mean, I'm showing my age now. I'm not talk about the speaking clock. Nothing. Does that exist anymore?
I'm not too sure. I do get the reference though, so you know there's that.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. Got you back. Don't worry. Now it's 2 minutes and 10 seconds
I
left.
think
that
this is going to be the last frame of this session.
I think so. Unless Christoph fancies getting creative, I don't think either.
Well, nobody's going to do anything rash now, are they? They don't want to.
Do you know what this reminds me of? This is like extra time in a football knockout game, and both teams are completely goosed and like, oh, let's just get ourselves to penalties, get ourselves to tomorrow morning. That's what these two are doing right here. Nothing silly, nothing daft, but pick it up tomorrow morning. It's a wide from Aaron.
It was a wide from Aaron.
Has he opened it up by doing that? Possibly. And as ever, even in extra time when both teams are goosed, if one team opens up and you can counter-attack them, you should go for it. 1 minute and 12 for Kristoff to establish a two-frame lead into the evening. And now he's walking around with purpose. Oh, you're about to see the flying Frenchman. Remember, the match clock's ticking down here, but unless Kristoff really wants to play the next frame. Oh, Kristoff. Well, bad shot. Might cost him the frame, should cost him the frame. We will play this frame to its conclusion, remember. Match clock isn't really relevant in that sense. There is another frame to be played in this session. To play it, the balls have to be cleared in the next 24 seconds, which feels unlikely. So we are now looking at our final frame of the evening.
It feels unlikely.
Yeah, given
that he plays a shot here where he pots all four reds in the same shot and lands right behind the 8-ball.
Even then, it feels unlikely. Even then.
Just another look at Kristoff's foul there.
He's got to play a good shot here, Aaron. That wasn't the best cue ball he's ever played. He's got a real shot to play here.
He's playing a cross double.
Yeah, he sure is. He's gone and nailed it.
That's a brilliant shot.
That's a lovely...
And a nice little bump.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, I think, in my opinion, JMO, I think it would be very apt and suitable of this match if it did finish at 6 each.
Yeah, level pegging and didn't quite get it all done in time.
Yeah.
That feels about right for this match.
I think so.
Yeah, I can see exactly what you mean.
Kristoff's had his moments when he took out some great finishes. He's also had some moments when he didn't. Aaron's just held himself in there like he does.
Well, these two players can both take solace in the fact they can go straight back to bed as soon as this match is over. I think they'll race there and they've got to lie in. They won't be playing until around about 1 o'clock tomorrow. So they've got a bit of time to get in, maybe even a couple of practice knocks. And I suspect that second session will look vastly different to the first.
I think Kristoff will find the right chair to start the match.
It sort of set the tone, didn't it? In a weird way. So Aaron Davies, to tie things up at the end of session 1, knocks in the 8-ball. 6-all, honours even after session 1, and the pair of them get to go sleepy bye-bye and get themselves an early night. And we're going to do the same, folks. That was our last game this evening. When we come back with you tomorrow morning, live from 10 o'clock, we'll see the session 2 conclusions of our quarter-final. Ian Alley will resume at 10 o'clock, 8-5 up on Phil Harrison. Sean Storey is 7-6 down to John McAllister. Greg Waddingham is 7-6 up on Chris Melling. And Aaron Davies and Christophe Lambert settle it all at 6 apiece. 4 quarter-final session 2s to come, and then we're into the semis and finals of our Ultimate Pool Masters. Christophe Lambert then breaking off against Aaron Davies. This match is level pegging, 6 each, race to 14. Their first session last night was far from perfect. It was right at the end of the evening. Both players, you could almost see it and feel it, that they were feeling the effects of a long day in the room in the Ultimate Pool Masters. But a good night's sleep, later start, they get underway just before 1 o'clock here on Masters Sunday. And I dare say we'll see a drastically different match here today than we saw yesterday in their first session. The good news for both of them, Simon Webb, as I hand over to you and Tony Holgate, is that neither of them can worry too much. This is now just a straight-up race, level pegging. They won't look at this as 6-6. They'll look at this as 0-0.
I couldn't agree more. One thing I will also add is we will not see a winner in 15 minutes of this one. It will be a very different match.
Extension calls.
Nice little bump into that yellow. Tricky red now for Kristoff. Is the cue ball going to come up far enough? No, it's not. Going to be a double. I would imagine he'll be playing that towards the middle.
Brilliant stuff from Kristoff. Getting the job done in the opener. A very different start here for Christophe Lambert than he did last night. He had a poor session, did Kristoff. He was struggling from the start. Just looked a little bit fatigued out there, and he finished better than he started. And he'll have been very pleased to get away with 6-6. And he'll have turned up a lot fresher today, and looks like it so far.
Frame 14, Aaron Davies to break. Trailing 7 frames to 6.
Aaron's turn to see what he's got today. Tricky opener here, but the layout's fairly even, just doesn't have a great opener. I guess the 4 in a line at the bottom actually a challenge here. This is a trickier look than it might be.
Yellow ball's in play.
Still has those dodgy 2 yellows at the bottom of the table. There's Aaron, going to go into them now. Well, he went with a bit of force, but he still left a yellow there tucked behind the red. Digging down now on the cue ball, wants to go into that problem yellow. He's played that very well indeed. In an ideal world for Aaron, love to pop this yellow into the bottom left and just steer the cue ball into the 8 ball. Very nice outcome there for Aaron Davies. Aaron's going to reply in kind to Christophe Lambert's opener. In goes the black ball. 7-7.
It's a very good start, isn't it, from both of them? But you can just sense the, you know, we've just watched, you know, the breathtaking performance of Chris there, and how he kind of, you know, he doesn't rush. You know, he takes his time, works it out, but when he gets them where he wants to, it's just, you know, pop, 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 and it's done. Whereas we've just seen 2 finishes there, both off the break, both high quality, but they've taken 4 minutes apiece. Because they've kind of been steady throughout. Now Kristoff has become a very quick player. Aaron he would be on the slower side for the pro ranks. Would use his 30 more than most. So you can really sense a different pace of play, and that may be a factor come deep in the tournament, but deep in the match rather. I mean, both players still need 7 frames. Long way to go.
7 frames.
But it does feel like this maybe could be the first match of the whole weekend that we don't get to a number if it remains tight. break that is from Kristoff.
Looking a lot calmer this morning, well, sorry, this afternoon, Christophe Lambert. Was a bit agitated late last night. Had a really long day. Was playing from, I think both of them were playing from 9 AM yesterday morning. All the way through to the very last match last night. Finished around 11 o'clock. So incredibly long day and a test of stamina for both these players. But they are refreshed on this Sunday here at the Players Lounge, Newcastle under Lyme. Still has his problem at the bottom of the table.
Leaving it late.
Yeah. Might not even bother moving it if he can get down for that other loose red. Might play the double. You just eyed it up there. 'Cause leaving it to the last, or set to last red to move it out, you have to move it out and get on it. Do you know what? I think he had a little attempt there to try and flick it. And the problem with that is he's come down too far now, so he can't just pot this into the corner and then play a straight double into the middle. Now he's got to take the cube around the table. And that is now a pretty big problem for Christophe Lambert to solve.
Extension court.
Going for the double-double. Misses the first one.
So the first miss today for either player. I think we'll see Aaron just nudge this yellow into the open. Well, he's left the cut into the middle.
Yeah, it's a poor shot. I mean, I'm still not sure what Kristoff's going to do for the final red, but you can see this one.
Yeah, the angle's definitely going to take that cue ball into the traffic of those yellows if he tries to come around the angle. I don't think he can, well, he can't dig deep enough to come straight off the top rail. I'm going to try though. Oh, he can. He still went into the yellow. Well, he's seen if he can get this double, take the red into that side cushion and come past the yellow and back into that bottom left-hand corner, and this is very low percentage.
Wonder if he's thinking about right centre rather than bottom left corner. was a bit in between both of them in the end.
Yeah, Aaron just make sure he can see enough of the pot in the middle. He's not quite sure. That's why he's having a little eye up at that bottom left-hand corner for the yellow that's very central next to the red. These two yellows, not a problem. If he's going to take it into the bottom left, he wants to be pretty straight behind it because he doesn't want to have to do too much with the cube. But if you just pull the cube back a couple of inches, he's got the yellow at the bottom available. A bit in between the devil and the deep blue sea for Aaron.
Happy to accept distance, just wanted the right line, which he's got.
Yeah, nicely done by Aaron Davies. This for 8-7 in front. Solid stuff.
Well, we've used up about 15 minutes for 3 frames here. Keep an eye on the clock as we go through this quarter-final. Long, long way to go here. Both players really, they're playing good. Some good stuff there, especially from Aaron. There was obviously a mistake from Kristoff not getting out. Tough layout. But they're just using a lot of time on the visits, which could be a factor at the back end. This one always threatened to be the match that goes the deepest. We had all 4 quarterfinals were close. Ian Ali was 3 in front. Every other match was within 1. This one was all square at 6s.
Well, not what Aaron Davies wanted. Still a little smile on his face. Bit unlucky, we're getting bumped into that corner by oncoming traffic. And yellows look very nice indeed. Yeah, Aaron Davies plays at the same pace all along. He will use most of his allotted time per shot with his 30 seconds. Generally plays on about 20 and a little bit. Kristoff, however, sometimes he'll do that, and then other times he puts in his little turbo boost. Normally when he's cross.
The thing with Kristoff is his natural pace is similar to Aaron's in terms of, if you take away the shot clock, he would be on the slower side of the tour. He has definitely made a huge effort to speed that up, to improve his natural pace, to give him a more benefit when playing ultimate pool events, because it's less jarring when you transition from 30 to 15, and it's better if you can just play a natural pace. Matches don't go as deep. You're in less 6 red shootouts, and it's just a beneficial way to go. And I think what we'll see from Kristoff here is if he manages to find a rhythm out there, maybe takes out 2 or 3 on the trot, I think we'll see him speed up quite dramatically as he gets freer. If he gets freer.
It's quite funny. I had a conversation with Phil Harrison after his defeat earlier today, and he said, I just can't deal with that clock when it gets down to the last 10 minutes when it's 15 seconds a shot. It does my head. And his son was stood there, and he said, yeah, he said, when I watch him, he said, it's 23 minutes left on the match clock, but it's only 13 for Phil. Yeah. He said, as soon as he gets to the last 10, if it's not over, he said, Phil's in trouble. Had a bit of a chuckle about it. But.
I mean, he's 5 years in. I mean, he's won tournaments. You know, he's won tournaments dealing with it, but he's not ever got comfortable. And I'll maintain, I think what Kristoff's tried to do is a real benefit, because, you know, if you take away a shot clock from Phil, he'll take an awful lot longer than he does without. Whereas the players that have now tried to make their natural pace be within the 30, and well within the 30, are more at benefit when we get to the deep end of matches.
Lovely shot there from Kristoff. Black's down 8 all. Nothing to choose between these two players, as they both edge closer towards the finishing line.
Quick reminder, if you are just joining us for the first time today, we saw a brilliant out-the-box performance from Phil Harrison, but Ian Ali showed his mettle to respond to the barrage of finishes that Phil threw at him. The 3-frame advantage he had at the start, it told, as he was able to respond and get the victory. Sean Story never quite managed to match John McAllister. Hung in there in the first session, but John pulled away in the second session to get the win. And it will be Ian Ali versus John McAllister in our first semi-final. And then we saw Chris Melling in rude form taking down Craig Wanningham. Started 1 frame behind, but just turned the tables, and he ended up winning the match very comfortably and very quickly. Chris will play the winner of the match we have in front of us now. Ooh, poor break from Kristoff. As poor breakers I've seen from him for a long time, a number of years.
Yeah, hit the head ball, but like sort of halfway down, and it threw a bit of side on a cue ball as well, which took some pace off it, and also that's why the cue ball ended up going in the bottom of the table. It's not the natural place for that sort of break where the cue ball would finish up.
No good. It's not very inviting, this, for Kristoff, even though the miss from Aaron was there. You really want to step in and take advantage, but I'm not entirely sure how he's going to do that.
Bit stuck out there for Aaron. So half a chance.
It is half a chance, but you feel like he should get this. It's just a little bit fiddly, back and forth a couple of times. Just in time, but he's going to finish in the middle of nowhere.
She's looking at go twice across double, even 3 times.
Or 4. Or 4. Ooh, didn't have the pace. This isn't easy. It's all got a bit tricky, isn't it?
You might play safe here. Ball's starting to look a little bit better now for Christophe Lambert. Puts Aaron in the snooker. Aaron definitely going to try and hit the red at the top of the table. Doesn't want to move the one that's near those yellows because it is guarding the entry to that bottom right-hand corner pocket. Coming off the top rail and back into it.
Very good hit. And a very good result. How about that?
Oh.
Have some of that, Christophe Lambert. He still should be the favourite for the frame here, but he's got a bit of work to do. Got to be careful on this shot. Might leave us half a sniff, quarter of a sniff for Aaron Davies if he's not careful. He must avoid fouling. That's the big key here. As long as he doesn't foul, he shouldn't leave anything easy. I don't think he had much choice but to do that, didn't he? He knew he didn't want to play it because he knew he was potentially giving Aaron an opportunity to do something. It's not easy though. Oh, such a good double. No good with the cue ball.
No, it's a great double.
You know that Aaron's for me right up there with anyone on the pro circuit for doubles. He's right up there. There's a few. Obviously, Phil Harrison gets talked about a lot, but Aaron is incredibly good. Nearly went for the double kick.
Christoph looking to see if he can get to that yellow to the bottom right-hand corner. If he can't, it might be a shot just to pop the one over the bag and then play that yellow up to the top of the table and just stop the keyboard dead behind yellow and black. Well, he went for it.
Yeah, be disappointed with that miss. And that gives Aaron another opportunity. He had a quick glance at the 8 ball. Don't think it goes bottom right. Well, I'm confident it doesn't. So got to try and get underneath it somehow. It does go left centre or top left corner. Pretty much your options. Get into it.
Yeah, so he's going to have to play the cut into the top right. That gives him the angle with the cue ball. Oh, he's gone for the double.
He obviously didn't think he could get there with the cut, so went for the double.
A much easier chance now for Christophe Lambert.
Took some working out. We are almost half an hour into this playing time out there, and that's only the 5th completed frame.
Yeah, becoming a bit of a war of attrition. Either player can get a stranglehold on this match.
Frame 18, Aaron Davies to break. Trailing 9 frames to 8.
Ball flies in. A couple of seconds to sort that one out.
Perfect position now, Christophe Lambert. Yellow's at his mercy. And this is a great chance now to get a couple in front of his Mancunian opponent. Going to play this yellow into the bottom right now. Plenty of topspin on the cue ball. In fact, he could punch round off the 2 rails. Just wants to get the cue ball right into the middle of the table. Beautifully done by Kristoff. That makes life very easy indeed. And now this simple 8-ball into the corner, and Christophe Lambert will open up a 2-frame cushion. Down it goes. Kristoff puts his foot on the pedal as Aaron Davies heads for a comfort break, closely followed by Christophe Lambert. It's quite extraordinary because last night when Aaron went for comfort breaks, Kristoff immediately followed him.
So if it's 11, yeah, that's finishing. Yeah, it's 15 seconds. So if it's 10, you just stop it. Yes. Yeah. So it's only the first half of the match that happens. Good job, Charles. You have to tell them. Oh, yeah, well, off camera. Frame 19, Christophe Lambert to break, leading 10 frames to 8.
Just popped away. I missed that last frame from Christophe Lambert. Just popped away. Just wanted to clarify something because I overheard the referee telling the players about the match clock, and I just want to clarify to all our viewers that this is absolutely the same situation as we have in every tournament and we have done for 5 years. Whatever the score is when the match clock runs out is the final score, and if it's a tie, it will be a 6-red shootout. I think there was some confusion coming in from somewhere, possibly from Stephen Jameson. Instead of throw him under the bus. Because the first sessions of matches is the only time where the frame will finish once the clock runs out. But that's because it's a 2-session match, not for any other reason. So just to clarify, this is a normal ultimate pool scenario. Whatever the score is when the match clock runs out is the score. Right now, though, they're not worried about that. Christophe Lambert wants 4. Aaron Davies wants 6. Happy, Tony?
Reasonably. Yes, I think that needed clearing up, that's for sure.
Yeah, just I overheard something and I wanted to get clarification. I thought, has there been a rule change that I wasn't told about? Which absolutely could have happened, but no, we are absolutely as you were. One shot to play here, and then try and connect them all together. He's looking concerned. He's okay.
Yeah.
He's okay.
It's not touching, you can just see
Yeah, he's
a
only
tiny
hitting
bit
this,
of daylight through it.
and he's hitting his quarter ball, so no issues here. Obviously, got to play the shot, but no issues in terms of being able to see it. Is there half an issue now? Could have done with that going a little bit more, or ideally, a couple of rolls less.
Yeah, he wanted to be straight. So now he's looking at, going to have to cut this yellow in. The bonus for Aaron is it does have that red there, which will hold the cue ball relatively close to the black. But
Yeah, there you see it. If he's straight, it's no bother at all. And he couldn't punch it higher up the table because of the 8 ball, so we'll have to use the red.
now does he dig it to get a nice straighter shot on the black ball? Looks like he is. Played that nicely. And it's a 10-9.
He needed that. This match was just starting to build momentum on the Frenchman's side of the arena, and Aaron needed that just to get back on track. Gets himself back within 1. This is at the quarter-final stage of the Masters. The Women's Masters is heading towards the knockout stages. There's 2 more matches left to go in the group stages, but the majority of groups have finished now, and the lineup is looking interesting. Our number 1 player, Christophe Davies, trying to hold on to the number 1 ranking, will take on 𝗚𝗃 These are all from the last 32. 𝗪𝗁𝗘 will play 𝗓𝗃. Danielle Randall will play the runner-up of Group 6. And Group 6 is absolutely in the balance. We'll come back to Group 6 in a minute. Tie of the round, number 4 plays number 2. Megan Proctor will take on Amy Beecham in the last 32. Amy losing in the group stages against Lauren Proctor has mixed up the seedings so that she's no longer the top seed in that group. That's why number 2 plays number 4, and we're going to see that match next. Marion Jude will take on Emma Parker. Jojo Coleman will take on Ada Flitcroft-Hurst. The winner of Group 6 will take on Claire Smith. Lauren Proctor, who did top Group 8, that's Amy Beecham's group, will take on Emma Senior. And just while Aaron reviews the table, just to update you on that Group 6, it is absolutely in the balance. The big story is that Barbara Taylor, who's been flying along this year, will not make it through the group. She'll go into the plate competition. She has 3 losses from 3, but the 2 from 5 in this group, it's going to be fascinating. Leanne Cragg, Louise Mayer and Colette Henriksen all on 4 points. Lindsay Schultz on 2 as well has an opportunity to get in the mix. But as it stands right now, Colette Henriksen is beating Lindsay Schultz 3-1. If Colette wins that, she will go into the top 2 because Leanne Cragg takes on Louise Mayer, and it's one of those 2 is going to lose, and it's currently 2-0 to Louise Mayer. But who finishes well will potentially come down to frame difference as well. It's a fascinating end there to Group 6, but that is how the Women's Masters is shaping up. And the good news is we get to see a match from the last 32, and it's a big one.
Yeah, looking forward to watching that. We saw Marion Jude playing yesterday. Big Sarah Waite, 5-1.
Aaron's in good shape here for a chance to tie the scores up. Yeah, the Women's Masters is a fascinating battle, for 3 of them tied right at the top of the rankings. There's barely a point between them all. So how this tournament plays out, we could have a new number 1 by the end of the weekend.
Indeed.
Of course, 𝗪𝗫𝗀 Davies is very much in possession and looking good so far this weekend. Or Aaron miscue. Wow, he feathered a ball yesterday that cost him a frame, and this time it's a miscue.
That's huge.
You spoke to him yesterday about that feathering the ball, and he said it's kind of a little problem that's developing for him.
Yeah, he said he's got just a little touch of the yips now and again, sort of thing, which is not ideal if you get that. Would you play those little gentle shots and you're very close to your object ball? So he's trying to overcome that at the moment. Here's one for you. I was speaking to Daniel Randall earlier after John McAllister's win. He was in here doing his interview. I said, John's playing very, very well. Yeah, I'm surprised because he hasn't practiced for 10 weeks.
10 weeks?
That's what she said.
Wow. He's playing very good for a man that hasn't practiced for 10 weeks.
Yeah, incredible. Very, very close to going in off there, Christophe Lambert. Heart must have been in his mouth then.
He was trying to flick the red because that yellow isn't on. Missed it and gave that centre pocket a ride. Just going back to the practicing, because obviously John will be in the semi-finals taking on Ian Alley, and Ian was saying the good form is coming from the fact that he's been practicing five hours a day for a month. He's taken a month off his job. I know these are all full professionals, but not all full time. So he's had a dedicated month to practice.
Bad shot there from Christoph. Wanted to be a lot further up the table than that. Plays a thin cut, do you think, up into the top left? Or is he going to go play the double? It looks like he's digging down and playing the double. Makes the double, and he has an angle now as well.
I actually think he played for that. Don't think he was short, because that ball's going to be a major problem anyway, so was just dealing with it.
All about where he makes contact with this yellow. Doesn't want to have too much red, because if he hits the red, it will push the cue ball to the other side. That's brilliant. Oh, he's got it as well.
Would have rather it stayed in the jaws of the pocket, but he's okay in terms of he still has a shot on the 8 ball. But if it stays in the pocket, he's behind this 8 ball by about half the distance.
Huge 8 ball into the bottom left here for Christophe Lambert, trying to restore his 2-frame cushion, but it also would be one more nearer the finish line for the Frenchman. Brilliantly played. Very, very nice indeed from Christophe Lambert, and that miscue has proved very costly indeed for Aaron Davies.
Having a look at the tip. If there's any damage. Yeah, the damage isn't on the tip, it's on the scoreboard. I think Aaron was disappointed yesterday. I think he probably felt that he could have got more out of the session than 6-6, whereas Christoph will probably feel more positive about the fact that he had his worst session of the tournament so far, and he got away with 6-6. And so far in this session, no doubt that Christoph's been the stronger player and deserves this 2-frame advantage right now. He's 3 frames away from a spot in the semi-finals.
Break 21. Christophe Lambert to break. Leading 11 frames to 9.
Crunch, but dry. The deeper we go in this match, the bigger these chances become, especially now that Aaron's 2 behind. Now's the time to find it.
Well, the prize awaiting the winner of this match is an evening date with Chris Melling, the defending champion. Nice shot there from Aaron.
That was tough. He's worked this well. First shot didn't go to plan, and he's had to rework this, and he's doing well.
About where he wanted to be. Just drags the cue ball back 2 or 3 inches, bumps it off that rail slightly, leaves himself the black into the bottom right.
Ooh, used it all. Been in at falls.
In goes the black. Aaron Davies continues to fight away.
Hanging tough, trying to. Made a couple of mistakes, not let them affect him so far. Just staying close enough, back within 1. He needs 4. 4 of the next 6. Kristoff needs 3.
Frame 22, Aaron Davies to break. Trailing 11 frames to 10.
How on earth has that break stayed dry?
That's exactly what Aaron Davies is thinking about right now. Hit that really good. He needs to go reds, but I'm not sure if he can see the red over bottom left. Thin clip here is okay, it's just where's the cue ball going? It's not going anywhere nice. He's not on the next ball. it goes. I didn't think it did. It hasn't, but it did go. An opportunity gets away from Christophe Lambert. Not the easiest counter for Aaron Davies. The 8-ball and the yellow at the bottom is the big hurdle to get over. He's looked right at the start of this visit about the yellow off the red into left centre pocket. He's having another look at it now. He's shaking their head 2 shots ago because he wanted to be on the one he's just played straighter to be able to get onto this one and get this one done early. Now, I don't think it's on, but can the red go down and pop the red over the bottom corner pocket? It looks like it would be wide. I think that's what he was playing though. I think he was hoping that that would clear the bottom left corner pocket, which would actually open up.
Could he do it now if he played his yellow onto the red, send a yellow in behind it?
The shot's landed, isn't it? He's landed on that as an option. He doesn't have any other option. He can't see any other yellow.
No, and he naturally has to play a little screw shot, so that helps as well. So play this shot, just screw the cue ball back.
No. Has blocked off the 8-ball though. It would have been worse for him if the yellow had gone further away from the pocket and the 8-ball would have gone clean, because then it would be a clean run to the line in this frame for Kristoff. Kristoff was moving that ball to open up the window for the 8-ball. It's okay, it could have gone in off. A little bit fortunate to keep the cue ball on the table, but he is on a tricky ball to right centre now. But the good news is all you have to do is drop it in. And you can get to the centre of the cue ball because it's so far in the jaws. It's just cue this one steady and the frame should be his.
Oh,
that's an edgy one.
That was an edgy one indeed.
Really edgy.
Not a happy bunny. Christophe Lambert.
You see that a lot from Kristoff, the sort of intense head shaking that you saw on that camera angle, but it very rarely affects his cueing to the point where he still looks like he cues well, but that one was definitely an edgy shot. He knew how tough that one was. To be on the one on the left-hand side.
Tight. I think he might be though. I think he's just got there. Only just.
scores up. 2 simple balls left for Aaron Davies. And we're going to have a very big 10 minutes in this one. I don't think either player are going to get to the required 14. This is going to be about clock management and match management. Big shake of the head from Christophe Lambert, because he knows 2 in front with 10 to play is a massive place to be. All square with it all to do. Which one of these 2 players are going to hold their nerve through the final 10 minutes? We are going to 15 seconds a shot after the break. A couple of balls just didn't really get away from the pack area there. They went away and they came back. And that's great. It's just a little cluster in the triangle area. 8 ball didn't move at all. If there's access to the yellow, which I'm sure there is, to pop the yellow, the right-hand one of the 2 together, should be able to just carefully pop the other one out. So this actually is a decent-looking opportunity.
Well, we are going to see a bit of turbo Christophe Lambert. Now we are at the 15 seconds of shot mark. Uses his extension before he takes his shot, wisely so. And he'll take that. Everything very open here. To be very quick, smart about that one.
I think Kristoff holds a minor advantage in the 15 seconds a shot. It's not huge, even though he's more comfortable playing quicker. It's just that he's been around for so long now. We're in year 5. You know, it's not new for Aaron in any way. It's just Kristoff is made efforts to make his overall pace quicker. Hasn't really played out like that in the match so far, but we know he can do it. That was a little tentative, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's got to dig this one now.
If he
He's
gets,
got to be careful. That clipping that red could be a problem just below the yellow.
got to get the real bite on this.
Oh,
Didn't get the bite on. He's okay. He is okay.
that was very close to being a massive problem.
Here goes the 8 ball. The cue ball will stay on the table. Holds up his hand just to acknowledge that little flick at the end. Christophe Lambert's back in front. That was 2.5 minutes. Just under for that frame. 7:56 left in the match. How do you feel about the match clock in these situations? Obviously, it's a staple now of Ultimate Pool, the way it goes, but this is the deep race tournament for Ultimate Pool. But these guys get an hour and 20 minutes of playing time to get their frames in, which feels, I mean, every other match so far hasn't really had a factor of the match, has it? The match clock.
No, this one's the edgy one. It was always going to be when we looked at the draw as well and how it unfolded last night with these players not completing a full allotted frames last night. They came in at 6-all, and I think we both felt that this was always going to be a bit of a war of attrition and more of a plod towards the winning post. And now we're at the 10 seconds, the 15 seconds in the last 10 minutes. A shot well, the drama will unfold. There's going to be some edginess out here now.
Good layout this. He wants to be on this red at the bottom, and I think he is. And therefore this is a really good layout for him. Ideally keep the red left centre as your ball for the 8-ball.
Thinking about the 6 red shootout, they're both pretty good here, but I think Aaron ran the record close, I think.
They both have. They both have very, very quick times. They're both for players that would be on. Although as I've talked about many times, I think Kristoff's made huge, just in time that for Aaron. I think Kristoff's made huge efforts, and he has periods where he plays really quickly. These would have been notoriously two of the slower players on tour. They're both actually incredibly good at the 6 red shootout. Okay, so he's going to keep the red top left as his ball for the 8-ball. Yeah, the one he's just played is a great last ball if you can get straight enough on it or just below straight. Any more angle, then it's not a good last ball. And the way he's going here is a cleverer way of going. There must be enough room to slide by the yellow at the top with no issues, because you wouldn't want to have to roll it in and play it from distance. You want to be able to get it down below the break line. Would be my only issue for him.
Thing is here, he's always going to be going into that yellow now, so it's very important that he can get that yellow out of the way of the cue ball. Gone round it okay. This is tricky.
Yeah, I just think that the layout he had, I'd never counted that as a good last ball for the 8-ball because of the yellow. Now this is the 8-ball he's got because of that. Oh, so good from Aaron Davies.
Sublime shot.
Drags it in. Gave the pocket every chance. Excellent 8-ball that from Aaron. And we're back all square with 5:34 to play. Noticeable there that Aaron played a lot more of his clearance on the 1 second mark. He was deep in the 5 seconds on every single shot. That was a layout that was on all the way. It needed just that little bit of thought to make it easy, because the hardest ball being the 8-ball. That can kill the clock, although there's not much clock to kill at 15 seconds a shot.
Frame 25. Christophe I-Robot break.
So 5.5 minutes to try
12 frames up.
and find a winner of this last quarter-final. They've both just traded breaking dishes. Nothing gives. Great break from Kristoff.
Ball's rattling in everywhere. He'll need an opener though.
Yes, tough.
It's actually come out really poorly considering how good a quality this was.
Has to be the red in the middle. That's the only shot he has.
And the red on the right hand side becomes a problem ball. The one on the bottom isn't so bad. Another one in that right centre pocket that refuses to fall for Kristoff.
Not only that, he's just left Aaron Davies the perfect ball to knock out the bad red.
Oh, that's no good.
Still got the red in the middle. Got to be very careful, because with the cue ball going sailing towards that yellow on the left-hand side as we look. Made the red. He's okay. He's fell on top of it, but he can still get enough on that red at the top. Bring the cue ball down.
He'd love to get a really good angle on that final red. I mean, if he's any, you know, as we look at it, if he's right of straight, he's got no way of getting on the red at the bottom of the table.
I think he might try and get on it now.
The one at the bottom.
Yeah. I think he can afford to have a go because he should be left with the one on in the middle. If not, I think
it had to be forced, didn't it? Had to be forced.
Has he enough room to cut this red in and get the cue ball to go bounce between those two yellows?
I think the
side rail.
I think the yellow and the 8-ball are right in the way here. Oh, that's brilliant. Checked it up off that cushion. That is a brilliant couple of shots he's played. This is going to be reviewed on the time foul. This is a massive moment for our referee.
Dear.
This is a massive moment. Gut feeling this is absolutely fine. Yeah, getting the soft signal from 𝗪𝘁𝗆𝗲𝗏 that this is fine, but doing the right thing to check it. He's just come into the production room where we can see it from the commentary studio area. But in this moment, 3 minutes 36 to play, 12 all, absolutely the right thing to check. I think both players think this is okay.
Nervous times. You've got Aaron wondering if he's played that shot in time. You've got Kristoff hoping that he hasn't.
Yeah.
You can see Aaron Davies. I think he's quietly confident.
Yeah, I think he knows. I think Kristoff knows as well. Yeah, they're about to find out. We already know it is good.
What a beautiful finish this has been from Aaron Davies. Brilliant. Just when it mattered most.
Yeah, 2 on the trot, 15 seconds a shot. Missed opportunity for Kristoff. He hangs his head. Missed another ball to that right centre pocket. It's 2 frames that have gone because of that pocket alone in the last, well, 7 or 8 minutes. Aaron Davies is now 1 frame away, and he has the break. 3 minutes 10 seconds for Christophe Lambert to do something about it, but he needs to get to the table to be able to do that.
Frame 26, Aaron Davies to break. Leading 13 frames to 12.
Who's going to get the chance in frame 26? It's a great break. It is a fabulous strike. And it's a tricky layout. It's a very tricky layout for Aaron.
How he wished there was only a minute left on the clock.
I know the 3-minute mark is the killer here because you can't run the clock down. If you go, you've got to get them. You can just about see the out on yellows. If the 2 yellows together, if the inside one goes to top left, it opens up the window for the other one to right centre. There is an out on yellows, but he's got to get them. And that is going to make things a lot harder, which actually is a good thing for him because even if Kristoff gets to the table, it's going to be a horrible layout for him. All things looking good for Aaron Davies.
Pot another couple of balls, maybe, and then try and leave it as awkward as possible for Kristoff. You're not going to try and break stuff out now, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be awkward, isn't it? I mean, look at the layout on reds. It's dead. It's dead, and he's snookered to it.
Oh, that's
Brilliant
a fabulous shot.
I think you've got to come off the side cushion and hit this hard, haven't you? Try and make it happen. normal circumstances, we'd be talking about the loss of turn. I guess it doesn't quite help him because he's left a yellow on, but at least it opens up a red and puts a little bit more jeopardy. 1 minute 33 left. He's got the angle. If the yellow passes the red to top right, he's got the angle to get onto it, and he should win the match. As long as it gets there.
Ooh.
He's not on it. He's not on it. Christophe Lambert is going to get 45 seconds here to save his tournament. And he's already poised and ready. Aaron puts another ball in the mix. And he did get that 45 seconds exactly.
Needs to leave an angle on that red near the black.
If he gets up for the double, if he gets level with the red at the top of the table, or is he going to go into it? He's going into it.
Oh, he's got a chance.
Oh, this is fabulous. 20 seconds. It's come out.
Oh.
This 8-ball for parity. This 8-ball for a 6-ball shootout. And there, what a shot from Christophe Lambert. What a moment, what a clearance. That is outrageous.
That's ridiculous.
That is off the charts.
Look at his face.
Is that the greatest clearance we have ever seen in the 5 years of Ultimate Pool? That is completely insane, and this is the moment. Look at the cue ball, look at the 8-ball. Can you believe it? 3 seconds left in the match. We will have to go through the process of racking the balls up, and Christophe Lambert will break in the final and deciding frame here, but it won't matter because you cannot make a clearance in 3 seconds. There are no golden breaks in play. This is just ticking the box, crossing the T's, dotting the I's. We are going extra time. We are going to a 6-ball shootout. That is quite ridiculous, Tony Holgate.
Well, I'm lost for words, and that's rare for me. That is an absolute ridiculous finish. He didn't want that flick on the yellow either, but length of the table double and just to crash it in, and then the cue ball going so close as well. Aaron must be floored.
Aaron has to be floored here. He thought he'd done enough. If he gets quarter turn roll more on his previous shot, he's on the ball and he's won the match. Doesn't even have to pot the balls. He just gets to pot one more and then he runs the clock out. It's not the greatest layout. First shot's going to be tough.
Say he needs to get around the table and not admire his work, and look at him go.
Yeah, he was just watching, wasn't he? Just for a second did he make one in the centre, but since then... Oh, Christoph!
That was a bit cruel there. He lost about 4 seconds.
Yeah, he did. That would have been sub 20, and he knows it. He knows that was sub 20 if he makes the one to bottom left-hand corner. And look how angry he is with that. He knows that was 19 and change and ends up being 24.95, confirming the official time shortly. But sub 25, Aaron has previous. The downside for Aaron is he should have won the match already. The positive for Aaron is he knows he is more than capable of beating 25 seconds.
Yeah.
It's a good break, just got to wait for the cue ball. If he keeps it clean. Oh, he's got one on the cushion. This is in the balance.
Just roll into it.
And he's knocked it up a table a little bit. This is going to be tight.
Incredibly tight.
Cue ball's not going to stop. Cue ball's not going to stop. And he's just short, and he's going to come up just tantalizingly short. This is going to be checked, but he knows inside. He knows that he has not got it done. He is going to miss out by the finest of margins. Just unbelievable turnaround in this match. with 45 seconds left to go in real time, Christophe Lambert was down and out. There was no way back. There was no way back into this tournament. Aaron Davies had it locked up, and right now he is out. We are getting it reviewed. We are getting the referees. In fact, we've got the full tournament team in here. They've got to get this one right.
I think they've called
We've
someone
got our
holiday,
referee,
haven't they?
the tournament director. Everybody has piled into the production suite to make sure that this is correct. But Tony, he's out of time.
Oh, yeah, just. It was just, they couldn't, that cue ball just wouldn't stop for him.
Wouldn't stop. The break looked good, and then you realised there was the one on the left-hand side just below the centre pocket. He did the right thing in popping it into play. He had time to waste one shot. The problem was he wasted it so high up the table, and then he had to come back down and go back up. The cue ball was just doing too much.
Unbelievable. What drama at the end of, you know, what was, like you say, a slow burner. It was absolutely insane at the end of that match.
Well, I can tell you, Christophe Lambert is about to find out, but he is a semi-finalist of the Masters. He doesn't know it yet. Aaron Davies set 26-01. Christophe Lambert has done something quite miraculous. What a turnaround. What a moment for the Frenchman. Devastation for Aaron Davies. He'll be back. He's a great champion, but Christophe Lambert, he'll be back. He has Chris Melling for company in the semi-finals of the Masters. I cannot wait to hear what Christophe Lambert has to say about that. Absolutely ridiculous. Stay with us. So much drama and more to come.